So now students, we have started a new chapter that is in hydrology, that is the hydrology basics, right? So the first topic in hydrology basics would be hydrologic cycle. Now, before starting the engineering hydrology or hydrology, so I would like to tell you that about the weightage of hydrology in gate examinations, right? So you know that even a single mark is very important in gate examinations, but as far as the hydrology is concerned, it carries around 3 to 5 marks. It depends, right? It goes from 3 to 5 marks. In 2018 second shift it was of 5 marks, but normally it is 3 to 4, 3 to 4, 3 to 4, and sometimes 5 marks also, as it was in 2018, right? So it's a very important subject and a very easy subject also. Now students ask me, sir, which book to refer? They name out many lot number of books. So I tell them that whatever I am teaching, you just make notes, you just keep practicing, everything will be sufficient. But still, if you need some book, right? If still you need some book, you can refer to K. Subramanya. K. Subramanya, Engineering Hydrology by K. Subramanya. That is a very good book, right? Even in my college also I referred this book, right? A lot of students who are doing MTech in hydrology, they are also referring this book, that is a K. Subramanya. So very good book. But if whatever I will be teaching, if you are making notes and solving a lot of questions, the book will not be required as far as the gate point of view is concerned, right? So let us start with engineering hydrology. So first topic is we have the hydrologic cycle, right? So let us discuss the hydrologic cycle. Now, first of all, let me tell you what is the need of hydrology and what is hydrology. So you can say that hydrology is the science which deals with, you can say, science of water, which deals with occurrence, right? It deals with occurrence. It also deals with distribution and circulation of flow, right? So what I have told you that it's the science of water, hydrology, right? If somebody asks you what is hydrology, just tell him it is science. It is a science of water that deals with circulation, occurrence, and you have distribution, right? And distribution of water. I am representing by H2, right? It deals with the occurrence, circulation, occurrence, and distribution of water, right? That is the science of water, right? So that is engineering hydrology or just hydrology. Okay. Now, a lot of students, they come to me and they ask me, say, what is the difference between hydrology and irrigation, right? So there is a lot of difference between hydrology and irrigation. I am not going in deep in that, but I would like to tell you that the significance of hydrology, physical significance. Physical significance of hydrology, right? So hydrology, it helps us to design, you can say design hydraulic structures, It is also used, you can say, for flood control. Also, it is also used for flood control. And you can also say that hydrology also helps us, you can say, for hydropower generation, right? Hydropower generation, right? So these are the physical significances of hydrology, right? So when you are done with hydrology, after that the irrigation starts. Because first you have, for irrigation, what you have to do? You have to do flood control, you have to do design of hydraulic structures. They can be dam, they can be, you can say, weirs also, they can be a lot of things, right? Okay, first of all, they can be barrages also. First of all, you have to design the hydraulic structures. After that, you can think about irrigation, right? So hydrology comes first and then irrigation comes second. Clear? Now let us discuss about the hydrologic cycle. Okay, that is a very important topic, the hydrologic cycle. So hydrologic cycle concept, it's a very old concept, right? But it has been, you can say, represented in a graphical view known as the hydrological cycle by Horton, right? So hydrological cycle has been represented by Horton, right? Hydrologic cycle. So what happens in your hydrologic cycle? Even in your class 12th also, even in class 11th also, you must have heard about the water cycle, right? Water cycle, right? So what happens is that there is no, you can say there is no initial point of hydrologic cycle. For example, if someone says that a hydrologic cycle starts from land, that is not correct. If someone says it starts from ocean, that is also not correct. But it has, but Horton, he told us that the Horton he was a scientist, right? Horton, he told us that the reference point of a hydrologic cycle can be considered to be oceans. And this question has been asked in some examination. Clear? It was a theoretical question that the reference point, that the zero level point of hydrological cycle rate is ocean. So what happens is that, let us say that these are the oceans, right? And due to the heat radiation, due to the, let's say this is the sun, right? Due to heat radiation, what will happen? There will be evaporation. Evaporation of water will take place, right? Evaporation of water will lead to formation of clouds. Clouds will be formed, right? After clouds, when the clouds they become very heavy, they have a lot of, like I can say, relative humidity or precipitation, right? When what they do is that in the form of rain, it precipitates in the form of rain, right? It comes to the ground. Let us say this is a ground. It comes to the ground. Some, let's say these are your plants, these are your trees, right? Okay. Some will be in, some will get infiltrated. There will be infiltration also, right? Each and every point, whichever I am telling you, precipitation, infiltration, right? We will be discussing in detail. Clear? If there will be infiltration also. Infiltration means it will go to the groundwater. Let's say this is the groundwater table, GWT groundwater table. It will go to the groundwater. Some infiltrated water will it will flow as a subsurface runoff. Subsurface runoff. And some water, it will not be filtered. It will be, you can say, it will come to the surface and it will continue as a runoff only, runoff, right? There will be some evaporation from the ground also. There will be some evaporation, right? There will be some transpiration also from the plants. There will be some transpiration also, right? And ultimately it goes to, you can say, the ocean. It again goes to ocean, and the same cycle it repeats itself, right? So Horton, he gave us a circular diagram like this, right? He told us that this is your river, these are the oceans, and again we have the evaporation, and then we have precipitation, then we have infiltration, and such that this cycle is known as the hydrologic cycle given by Horton. So what are the questions that have been asked in hydrologic cycle? The first question that has been asked is that who gave hydrologic cycle? So given by Horton, right? The second question has been asked from this topic, whatever I have taught you, that what is the reference of hydrologic cycle, from where the hydrologic cycle starts? If actually there is no reference, it can either start from ground, it can either start from anywhere else, but in books it has been given that we have to say for reference purpose that oceans are the reference. Some people say sun is the reference, no, sun is not the reference, right? In books and even in examination also, when the question was asked, so the answer key, the ocean was the correct answer, right? So suppose in some examination it is asked again, so the answer would be ocean. So ocean is the, you can say, the base point or the reference point of a hydrologic cycle. Clear? Now this was all about hydrologic cycle. One question also comes from this topic is that what is the total quantity of water on earth? This question recently came in 2020. I guess it was some Narmada exam of GPSC, Gujarat Public Service Commission. So this question was asked. It was a 2 mark or 1 mark question. It was asked that how much total quantity of water on earth, total volume of water on earth, total volume of water on earth. So the answer is the total volume of water on earth is 1386 million kilometer cube. That is the total volume of water on earth. It's including fresh water, including your ocean water, including every water. The total volume of water on earth is 1386 million kilometer cube, right? Obviously in gate examination it has very less probability to come these types of questions, right? Because they are mostly focusing on the analytical part, how we apply our logic, right? But suppose it comes, you should remember it's a very important also. If somebody asks you in interview also, how much is total volume of water, right? You will say 75%, some people will say 70%, right? The correct answer is 1386 million kilometer cube is the correct answer, most appropriate answer. Okay? So I hope students that you have understood the hydrologic cycle. It was a very easy topic, right? Now let's move to the next topic and understand about the water budget equation. From there the questions are coming in GATE examinations, right? So let's go to the next topic and understand our water budget equation. Thank you.